So in very general terms, Alison, it seemed to be such a fluent test out there. You've been to Burghley a couple of times before. How did this one compare with your previous visits to Burghley?
I think this was my best test so far at Burghley. He certainly was, I think, the most relaxed. I made a couple little mistakes, like 4.5 rainback steps and uncharacteristic miss of the first change, which I think fortunately one of the judges missed too, so which was good. I thought he was very good. I mean, it's always nicer to have Friday afternoon scoring, but for me, I'd like to focus on the cross country tomorrow. So this is a nice change for me to be done with my dressage on Thursday.
And so, as you say, you've got tomorrow off, effectively. What will the day consist of for Alice Spring? Have you walked the course already?
I've walked the course twice. I'll walk it again in the morning and probably afternoon. I'll have a jump and a canter on my horse and just a fun day and really focus on the course, and probably a couple of diaper changes in there, but that's the day.
Yeah. Somebody will be able to translate diaper for you if you don't from the American. I think is what it means. Inevitable question before we hand the microphone over to Andrew Hoy. You've seen the course, and so what do you think?
Well, it's Burghley, it's big, that goes without saying. A couple really tough questions. I mean, the trout hatchery has a lot to look at. I think that's, a huge jump back into the water and then tight turns. So that I have a few questions about that. I know my horse is capable, and hopefully I'll ride him like I did a couple years ago, and I was very determined, and we had a great ride together. I mean, historically that's been our less consistent phase, but I'm really excited to get out there and ride as well as I did a couple years ago. So.
Well, we do wish you luck. Ladies and gentlemen, any questions from the floor? No? Alison's going to be able to get back to her beer. No? If you could pass it over to Andrew Hoy. Would you? Yeah, if nobody wants Alison, then thank you very much to Alison. As we say, we all wish you a very safe journey around the course.
Oh, Alison, can I just check, on the rain back,
yes.
You made some slight...
I did 4.5. Usually he reins back really quick and nervous, so I just sort of take my leg off at 4, and he had a very nice rein back, and I took my leg off, and so he just stopped with his hind leg up, and then we walked forward. So it probably would have been a better mark had I done a full 5 relaxed.
Should have been 5.
Should have been 5, not 4 in a leg race. But he was very obedient. He did what I asked, and he stopped when I took my leg off. So
thank you very much, Alison. It's very kind of you. So, familiar face of Andrew Hoy. Andrew, you and I have been in this room, in this situation, a number of times down through the years, but this time on Rother Glen. You must be very pleased, obviously, with the way that the judge put you in second place. Do you think that's going to set you up well? It's not going to just be a dressage, competition with that course out there, is there, Andrew?
I don't know. I haven't seen the course yet.
Really?
I got to fence 8, then I came here. So.
Well, let's talk about your dressage then. I mean, it was a very good test, and obviously, Rother Glen, were you pleased with the way it went?
Yes, like Rother Glen, he can produce a very good test. I've produced a 4-star level of 34 before, so then I went to Lamulin this year, and I just totally overdid the preparation and the warm-up. So it was nice to come here to Burghley and actually secure a good performance for the horse mentally, so that he realizes that, look, this is just another day at the office. This isn't something special. And so Rother Glen's personality is that he tries very hard, and then if he feels he's made a mistake, and I continue on and keep on repeating the question, he can take it quite personally, and he gets a little anxious. And so I work with Laura Tomlinson closely with his dressage, and Laura's been a great help, and albeit that she couldn't be here today, I've spoken with her on the phone and before and following my test, and like she was just saying, well, the great thing is that he's just produced a nice test, and he's very comfortable. He didn't show any signs of becoming anxious with the atmosphere. and so I believe there's a lot to build on today's performance.
That's great, and as I say, we do wish you well when you get, you will be doing your cross-country course and when you, but from what you saw from Fence One, the going looks good.
Yeah, like the going, as always here at Burghley, if the going's going to be good at any event, it's always going to be good here, regardless of whether it's dry or whether it's wet, like what Mark Phillips and Philip Herbert and Liz Inman put into the thought process of making the course good for the horse's perspective. It's phenomenal, and it's a real credit to them. I believe, like, I've known Mark Phillips for a long time, and well, when I first came over, I spent 2 years with Mark and the Princess Royal, and so I've got a good understanding of his courses and ridden them many times. And I personally like the way that Mark designs his courses. There's 3 things you have to do. You've got to be forward, on a good distance, in a good rhythm, and you'll jump around. Simple as that.
There we are. That's the answer to everybody. Any questions from you guys? No? Well, Andrew, we know what a competent cross-country, but we still wish you all the very best as well on Saturday. Good luck. Thank you for coming along.
Thanks very much.
If you could pass the microphone to your compatriot, Sam Griffiths, who is obviously the badminton winner 2014, which brings up the question of the Rolex Grand Slam, but I'm not going to address that now because I think that, there's probably something you want to think about in the future. But talking about happy times, again, a great test obviously has put you into first place. I had a little bit of time off did Happy Times. I'm not sure, was there an injury at some stage? And if so, well, how do you feel coming into a competition like this?
Yeah, he had a small bit of time off. So he competed at Burghley last year, but unfortunately I missed badminton on him this year. But listen, his campaign sort of through the summer and now into the autumn, and he's feeling as good as he's ever felt. So I come into Burghley feeling really confident. I've jumped around it a few times before, so I know he can do it. We just need our luck on the day, and but he's feeling as good as he's ever felt.
Any questions for Sam? Yes?
How did your dressage test here compare with other good tests that he's done? What were the highlights of it?
How did this test compare with other good dressage tests you've done, Sam?
So I think both my horse and myself were in a good mental state. We were relaxed and we went and enjoyed it, and so I felt calm, and I think he felt calm, and so it just felt like a natural test. And and they're very. Although I made a few little mistakes, he did a very consistent test, and I'd sort of say how this felt compared to the other tests is it felt natural, and I was just thrilled with the way he went.
Any more questions? Yes.
I'm just curious, though, you're saying you felt natural and more relaxed, but actually this time in a way there's more pressure than ever, isn't there? So why were you feeling so relaxed? More
natural, more relaxed, a bigger occasion, so why should he be more relaxed if it's the bigger occasion?
I don't know, maybe it's a rider, I think. No, I mean, the horse and myself have been in that arena quite a few times now, and so we knew what to expect and everything like that, and we'd had a great preparation, a really good warm-up, and so knowing we'd done everything prior to the event, and then he felt so good that I was able to ride into the ring feeling really confident, and then I think that sort of reflected in his scores.
Okay, no more?
And so how many times have you been here with him?
I'm not exactly sure, but I think I've done it 3 times before him. I'll have to look that one up.
Okay, I've got 2.
Different venues, same another dressage test. Okay. Already finished, ladies and gentlemen? Very, very quickly, Sam, 2 sentences, cross-country course, what do you reckon?
Well, big and tough, like Burghley as usually is. So, I'll take a special horse to jump around that course, but hopefully I'm sitting on one.
Great. Well, we wish you a safe journey as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've all finished, after our first day, in 3rd place we have Alison Springer on Arthur. 2nd place from Australia we have Andrew Hoy, Rutherglen, and in 1st place Sam Griffiths from Australian Happy Times. Thank you so much for giving up your time to come along.